morning, everybody. Andrew Rogers here for TST Total Sports Talk. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, it is Thursday, May 11th. Glad to be with you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed the night that was sports. We're going to recap everything that happened last night, as well as tee up everything that's happening today in sports. It's also Throwback Thursday. Got a nice little throwback clip at the end of the episode for you that I'm really excited about. We're going to start, as always, today's episode is dedicated to Sick Kids Hospital Foundation. www.sickkids.ca is the website. Make sure to go on there and donate. They need all the help they can get. And like I say, follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And hopefully, with that, I will obviously make a donation on your behalf. $1 for each follow and subscription. Hopefully at the end of this month I can donate quite a big chunk of money to Sick Kids Hospital Foundation. Okay, let's get started. It's the NHL last night. It was a doubleheader of Game 7s, and boy were they a bunch of beauties. We're going to start though in Washington. The Pittsburgh Penguins, the defending champs, defeat the Washington Capitals 2-0, defeating the Washington Capitals in 7 games to move on to the Eastern Conference Final, where they will face the Ottawa Senators. The big story here was Marc-Andre Fleury. He was just remarkable. This guy has gone through so much in this year's playoffs, having essentially not even been assured that he was going to start at all for the Penguins. Matt Murray goes down in the first game in the warm-ups, and in comes Marc-Andre Fleury, and he's been nothing but incredible for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He was unbelievable last night. He stopped 29 shots for the shutout. It's got to be very frustrating, if it isn't already, for the Washington Capitals. They fail to make it out of the second round again, and the streak continues of futility for the Washington Capitals, unfortunately. Also of note in this one's kind of interesting. Mr. Game 7, Justin Williams, had come in previously undefeated in every Game 7 that he's played. He suffers his first Game 7 loss as a member of the Capitals last night. So like I say, Pittsburgh, Ottawa, Eastern Conference Final. That one should be a dandy. The late game had the Edmonton Oilers losing to the Anaheim Ducks 2-1. Nick Ritchie's second of the playoffs, 3 minutes and 21 seconds into the third period, was the winner in this one as the Ducks held off the Oilers. This series had a little bit of everything. Controversy from the refs missing calls to Edmonton taking a 2-0 lead, losing that lead, dropping the next 3, winning Game 6 7-1, and then they come back in Game 7 and unfortunately drop 2-1 decision to the Ducks. This has got to be heartbreaking for the Oilers, but there's no doubt they will learn a ton from their playoff experience. No question about it. Connor McDavid was absolutely brilliant. Leon Draisaitl had an incredible playoff for the Edmonton Oilers. Cam Talbot was Cam Talbot, as he's been all season long. This team will be a contender for years to come, I believe. The Anaheim Ducks will now face the Nashville Predators in the Western Conference Final. Moving on now, the Major League Baseball story was the Toronto Blue Jays winning a thriller against the Cleveland Indians 8-7 in the finale of that 3-game set. Despite Francisco Liriano's awful outing in this one, where he allows 7 runs in less than 3 innings of work, and all the injuries that the Jays have suffered through, they win this one in a walk-off, 8-7. Ryan Goins providing the winning walk-off hit in the bottom of the 9th inning to secure the win. Jays improved to 13-21 on the season. It's got to be good for the Jays, a little bit of a spark. Hopefully they get some of these guys that are hurt back soon. As far as I know, Aaron Sanchez is slated to start Sunday possibly, so that would be a huge boost to the rotation and this Jays lineup. It would be nice also to get some of the hitters back in the lineup for sure. Jays next in action tonight against the Seattle Mariners, who are in town for 4 starting tonight. This game is on Sportsnet at 7:07. It's Chase DeJong for Seattle going up against Marco Estrada for the Toronto Blue Jays. Switching over now to the IIHF World Hockey Championships. Team Canada is back in action. They look to maintain their unbeaten record as they take on the host country, France. Game time is 2:15 p.m. this afternoon. In the Ontario Hockey League last night, it was Warren Fogel's night. He had 5 points, 3 goals, and 2 assists for the hat trick. He gave the Otters a commanding 3-1 series lead, a 5-2 victory over the Mississauga Steelheads in game number 4 last night. Otters hold a commanding 3-1 series lead against the Mississauga Steelheads. Game 5 goes Friday night in Erie. Erie with the chance to wrap up the OHL Championship, moving on to the Memorial Cup in Windsor. And finally, our last story of the night is in the National Basketball Association. It was Avery Bradley's night for the Boston Celtics as he scored 29 points to lead the Celtics past the Washington Wizards 123-101. The Boston Celtics now lead the Wiz 3-2 in their best-of-7 series. They will look to move on in that one. I believe possibly Friday night will be game number 6 in Washington. And tonight, as far as the NBA goes, it's the San Antonio Spurs into Houston to face off against the Houston Rockets. Game time is 8 p.m. over on Sportsnet 1. They hope to have Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. He was forced limited action in the fourth quarter and did not play any of overtime in game number 5. So they look to have him back and ready to go in game number 6 tonight. Spurs lead this series 3-2. That's all I've got for TST Total Sports Talk on this Throwback Thursday episode. I leave you with this. Oilers fans, I know tonight was heartbreaking for you guys losing to the Ducks, but this has to be one of my favorite all-time winners in overtime in the playoffs. This is, of course, Edmonton's Todd Marchant winning winning against the Dallas Stars in the playoffs. This goal is just absolutely incredible. The call from Bob Cole has to be one of my all-time favorites. This guy is just an idol to me and a Canadian staple. So here it is, Todd Marchant. Enjoy for TST Total Sports Talk.
Who's going to be guilty? Or who'll get one for Edmonton? They're going to try here, rushing to center and down the wing. It is